Guys got to understand that economic conflict is genocidal and quite clinically insane. You know, I'm sitting here, the news is on, and they have the Vice President of the United States talking about the false claims that Donald Trump's talking about the FEMA relief. Okay. This is not necessary. Okay, you have mass communications to explain the linguistics and the applications of physics of the Lord's Prayer worldwide. You don't need to look at the 5 o'clock news with a picture on the mountain in El Paso with all the pollution and the activity engaging in debt and trespass. Okay. So this stuff is not necessary. It is not necessary to engage in debates or conflict. It's not necessary to have the weather react violently to human beings not doing things that are healthy. We drive in vehicles every day to pay extortion without a thought. You don't even question how this affects the ecosystem, how it affects nature. Okay, there's not a question to it. Okay, and people that claim to be environmentalists. Okay, how many? The obvious solution is living the Lord's Prayer. Okay. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Finding more eco-friendly ways to engage in extortion, exploitation, manipulation, causing people disease and health problems and issues that will not occur when we are living the faith of Psalms, the wisdom of Proverbs, and understanding the simplicity of the Lord's Prayer. You have this raging war. Year after October 7th, Israel honors 1,200 people murdered by Hamas. They're honoring these people being... How do you honor people being murdered because you won't stand up to live the faith of King David? How do you honor that? Okay. Is there a place for the hopeless sinner has hurt all mankind just to save his own belief? Okay. How do you honor people being murdered because you won't stand up for the house of the man like King David in San Ysidro, New Mexico? Okay. And there's my family. At first I was very upset with them, and I realized they handle being related to me real well. I get tortured insidiously. They pray to Lord Jesus to help me so I don't get abused by the assholes, that I'm the only one standing up for the truth of Jesus. Okay. And you watch these people on TV, and it's just vulgar insanity. Watching these supermodels that get the best products and the best health care and and live in the most exclusive communities, walking around their little black T-shirts with their swollen little muscles, looking like a referee for a college or an NFL football game. Okay. Remember when they used to be fat guys, like on The Water Boy when he brings them the water, Now they're all swollen and muscle and work out and look like they work out with Franco Columbo and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because they're egomaniacs. They all think they're Boyer Co. Bodybuilding requires something most Americans aren't willing to do, and that's hard work. Hard work. Being a narcissist who's excessive and compulsive about his physical appearance is hard work. Hard work is anonymously trying on social media, trying to get everybody to use their communication devices to spread the beauty of the Lord's Prayer. That's hard work. Okay. Being compromised by toxins in the environment, your body getting sick, and we're getting people out, we're giving them flu vaccines, we're giving them COVID vaccines and stuff like that. You don't need a vaccine to protect you from disgusting things in your environment if you're not being disgusting. Vaccines are only necessitated when you're being disgusting. If you're not being disgusting, we should be way more intelligent than this. We don't need to fly airplanes unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay. It's not necessary for I am the Messiah, okay? Earl, the son of Ralph and Mary from the book of Revelation, okay? It is not necessary for me to get on an airplane and fly to the Middle East and walk to the Mount of Olives and tell everybody, all right, live the Lord's Prayer now. I'm going to go back home to the Gila. It's not necessary, okay? If that's in the books, well, then Constantine and Jerome put it there because well, we used to decide, I'm Earl, born of Ralph and Mary. Okay. When I'm done cleaning up this stupid fucktard hellhole, I'm going to go to the Gila and I'm going to relax and I'm going to recover and I'm going to breathe in fresh air. And I'm going to drink clean water and I'm going to have rain fall on my head. So this is beautiful. Nice snows. In the Gila, you get nice snows. Okay. Have a very beautiful, brown-eyed girl be my wife for the rest of my life. And I think we can all hope that Earl lives to be 104, maybe more, because he simply adores us and he's absolutely gorgeous. Because we are what we do. There you go. Okay. Seriously. I mean, come on already. And we're not here to reconstruct people. Okay, we're not here to turn homosexuals into heterosexuals and heterosexuals into homosexuals. We're just here to live and be you. But I guarantee you this, okay? You have horrible health issues. If you're, just have faith. Okay? Be you this life, live out your life and die. Okay? And then see if the eternal spirit that provides life to a temple like you is born a girl or a boy, next go around. You understand? Next lifetime. Don't come back as a shinobi. It's not next lifetime. It's just basically sharing the spiritual essence with molecular structures. That's what Pascal was talking about as far as eternal wretchedness. But people didn't, though you're saying that's like reincarnation. There is no reincarnation. Even cloning. Okay? That clone is no longer that person. That clone is a zombie created in a lab to replace that person because that person was most likely murdered by their business competition. So you're no longer talking to the person that was before. That person is dead. You're now talking to the clone that believes itself to be the person that was killed and is now cloned. Like Dolly the Lamb. That's not Dolly the Lamb. Dolly the Lamb, that's a clone of Dolly the Lamb. And then when you genetically splice with sheep, it's not a good idea, okay? Because with humans, you have acute paranoia, schizophrenia, feeling and seeing things in other domiciles that you're not in, okay? To the point where it becomes, acute paranoia that you think something bad happening to your clone, your host of your clone is happening to you. Okay, so you don't need that. Okay, so you just be you, and just be a good human being. You don't need a molecular structure replicated that shares this beautiful environment with the host that's clinically insane and denies the whole beauty of the life of sacrifice and what was given to us. Okay. Yeah, you can manipulate matter in a lab. Okay. You're not creating, you're manipulating. Okay. You can do that. But with all the problems and the troubles and the paranoia and the schizophrenia that goes with it, it's just not worth it. I explained that to them right off the bat in Sierra Vista. No, you don't want to clone because this and blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, well, he could be right, or that's already been happening. Because when they took me to Sierra Vista and started talking to me, but then they were like, okay, well, he's just picking up on stuff. Yeah, but I don't have a clone. Okay. Do I? Clone? Clone, you bastard! You're having sex with J-Lo's female dancers? Oh, you rotten little pig! I'm here getting my balls rotted off. I'm joking around, guys. I'm facetious. People don't think I'm funny. I'm funny. No. Trust me. They cloned a sheep and showed it to us in the last millennia on TV. Trust me. Okay. People pay $50,000 to clone their pets. Trust me. Okay. There are human beings that are cloned. It ought to be bark. It's already happened. Human beings won't have that. You can't tell a rich people what to do. You try going to White Sands or the other side of Fort Huachuca or Air 51 and tell those people you can't do that. Okay? You tell a corporation that has money and all the technology that they're not allowed to clone. You can't do that. It's against the law. Okay. They only set up the laws for you to follow, and they're not laws, they're rules of genocidal engagement. They're not gravity or photosynthesis. They're only set up for you to follow, unless, of course, you can take over the game. Do you want to be the governor of California? Capitan? You're going to get killed by Zorro. I had to finish watching my Zorros. Well, there's my little... I see why I liked that show so much as a kid. Yeah, I understand why I liked it. And I didn't get to watch all of them. They weren't on as much. I did probably, I don't know, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of Lone Rangers, but the Zorros are more charming. Walt Disney was a very charming storyteller. You know, he had that thing like Barry Gordy, picking the right hit and doing, you know, how some people just have that, it's like a talent to be able to construct and tell stories that are just a little bit more interesting and have a little bit more better character development than like the Lone Ranger. Lone Ranger's all right. The Cisco Kid's kind of like the Lone Ranger, but the ones with Bernardo and his dad, and there's just the right amount of sexual tension between him and the girls, and there's just, you know, everything's just that Walt Disney knew how to, you know. He was pretty good at that. But the thing about it is just forgive, debt, and trespass, love one another, eternal faithful peace. You can go back and watch these things and see how dysfunctional we were. Boy, aren't you, Dad, Grandpa, and Grandma, aren't you glad we're living the Lord's Prayer today? Yeah, you don't have to take Metamucil. You're healthy. You don't have chemicals trying to shut your body down, and then the chemical company saying, here's a way to clean you out with chemicals or give you drugs to keep you comfortably numb till you die. A brave man once request of me. He's not brave if he doesn't stand up for the Lord's Prayer without fear. Is it to be or not to be? And you said, why ask me? Why not ask you? You know? Hey, Joe Biden, why not ask you, right? Tell Kamala Harris the gig's up. They finally found me, the renegade that had it made. You know what I'm saying? Just, gig's up. Let's go support Earl. Well, he's just a better person than us. It's true. I love you.